Hey guys, Ryan here for Bender Wins. I'm coming up on 19 years now as a professional sports bettor, guys, and I'm going to tell you one little piece of information that will hopefully change the way you approach sports betting so you can start winning. I'm going to talk about why the public loses. Now, there's a number of small little factors, but eventually, guys, I'm going to get into the real reason and the main factor why so many people lose at sports betting. Now, there's been estimates that up to 99%, 99.5% of the public loses long term. Well, there's a number of reasons and contributing factors. First and foremost, guys, let's talk about minus 110. And I actually think this is only a very, very small part of it. But the fact that you have to pay minus 110 on your bets means that you have to win 52.4% of your bets just to break even. Okay, if you have reduced juice at minus 105, you got to win 51.2%. Now, it might sound easy, but it's actually fairly challenging over the long term. But even amateur and public sports bettors are capable of hitting those types of numbers. I know a lot of people that do, and they're not winning sports bettors. Second reason, guys, is bad picks, okay? Whether you're someone that just makes way too many picks without having the proper amount of time to cap those games, that's an issue. The second thing, guys, we all know that game on Saturday, college football, you got a ranked team at home, and they're a 2.5-point underdog, and you think, wow, free money. And then the other team goes ahead, kicks a last-second field goal to win the game by 3, and you run around saying, how did that happen to me, okay? Trap lines exist out there. Sometimes it can be hard to avoid them. The other thing, guys, what's the other bad picks that people do sometimes? Action picks, okay? End of the day, they're kind of even for the day. Maybe they're down a few bucks. They say, you know what? I'll just throw a couple bucks on the Detroit game, and they lose that bet because there was really never any value there. These are some of the reasons, guys, but now I'm going to get to the real reason why people lose long-term at sports betting. On a side note, guys, before I jump into it, there's a sportsbook owner in the Caribbean that actually came out and said that if he didn't charge juice at all, nobody got charged juice, he would still win money because of this thing I'm going to tell you. Think about that, okay? He would still win a ton of money because of that, guys. Let's take a look at a little chart I've drawn here, okay? Just a theoretical chart starting with a $1,000 bankroll. And as you can see, look, this is great, right? Nice wins. I'll get all the way up to just under $5,000. Fantastic. You want to know why people lose at sports betting, guys? Very simple. That and that. Okay? Let's elaborate on that. This is an inevitable losing streak. They come up every single year in sports betting. It does not matter who you are, okay? Every professional sports bettor is going to have losing weeks, losing months every year, okay? Anyone that tells you they've never had a losing month, run. Okay, I guarantee you there is no one who's betting sports long-term professionally that's never had a losing month. I've heard people say that before. You kind of roll your eyes and laugh. So with this, guys, it is important to what? Practice bankroll management. And this is the big problem. And I'm going to walk you through exactly what happens and what transpires and why people continue to follow the same pattern and lose. Life's looking good, okay? You get to mid-February, a couple months in, and all of a sudden the dreaded downturn comes, all right? And people get to this point and, they start to panic. They say, you know what? I need to get back up to here, okay? I got to start, pressing a little bit. And they press their bets a little bit, and then they continue to go down further, only because they're pressing, they're actually falling further than this graph. So they're down here, and now they make that decision, that fateful decision that I think every sports bettor has made at one point in their life. I know I did when I was a kid, stupidly, and thank God I corrected that. The decision that time to double up, right? And they try to double up, and they're out of the game because they lost. But let's just say, for argument's sake, they do win that miracle bet, and they pat themselves on the back and they say, what? I will never do that again. The same famous sports bettor line, I will never do that again. And they carry on, and then they get to here, and guess what? They do it again. Only this time, it doesn't work out for them, and now they're sitting at zero and thinking to themselves, oh my God, I started with $1,000, I got it up to $2,500, and now it's all gone. Okay? If you did nothing at all here, and nothing at all there other than just allow time to take its course. Instead of being at $0, you would have 5x your account and been up here, okay? This chart is very, very indicative of what professional sports betting charts look like, okay? You have sustained downturns, okay? The difference between here, this peak right here, going over to this peak, that might be 2 months, okay? That might mean that for 2 months, you're spending all that time getting your picks in just to get back to even. But none of this matters. That is what the people don't see. They get so fixated with, I have to get back to this point, that they lose sight of what we're really doing here, okay? This is what we're really doing here, guys, and I want to show you something. That is all that matters. The rest of this stuff, guys, above this line and below the line, it's just all noise, okay? It's all noise. That's the only thing that matters, your trend line, okay? Over the long term, can you find value? Can you get winners in? If you can do that and you can practice proper bankroll management, this is gonna be your trend line, okay? 3 years, very publicly, guys, in masterclass, okay? Won over 100 units, 87 units. Having another very fantastic year this year. I do my year-end results on January 1st. You can check them out. But here's the thing. Really, guys, it's a lot of this, okay? Up and down, and yeah, da, 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 da. All right. None of it matters. That's all that matters. And that is the big difference, guys, between amateur sports bettors, the public, and professional sports bettors, is we do not allow emotion to enter in ever, okay? We are basically just following the math behind the plays and ignoring the variance, okay? When we have to reduce our unit size because we're in a downturn, we reduce our unit size a little bit. When the math dictates that it's time to revalue your unit size because you've been winning, we do so, okay? And there's all stuff I go over in masterclass, guys. Pretty straightforward stuff, but look, often in life, in order to get the best result, you have to put in effort, you have to do things. I'm telling you guys, in the case of sports betting here, as long as you're finding value in your plays and you're not chasing, doing nothing is what's going to help you win long term, okay? Don't deviate, just follow, don't chase, the money will come to you. And I know it's challenging sometimes when you're in a losing streak, thinking, I got to get it back. That's what the books want. That's how the books make the money. And that's why the public loses long term, okay? BenderWins.com for my bankroll management classes, my master class, my system plays, and my daily cards, guys. Best of luck, and we'll see you soon.